Today, we're going to dive into a simple but really powerful idea that could totally change how we shop. It's all about tackling a frustration I think we've all felt, that weird gap between our super connected digital lives and our experiences in the real world, especially in a place like the good old shopping mall.
You know that feeling, right? You're there on a mission. You need a very specific thing, maybe a yellow kabaya for an event, but you're just wandering, aimlessly. You start wondering, is it even in this mall? It's a feeling everyone gets, and honestly, it points to a much bigger problem.
And this is the core of it right here. We can find out what's trending in Tokyo or what's new in New York in literally seconds. But we can't find a pair of shoes that are maybe just 20 meters away from us, inside the building we're already in. Our physical shops, the ones we love to browse, are becoming invisible.
And this isn't some small, niche problem, especially not here in Malaysia. A huge 60% of shoppers say they struggle to find what they need in malls. Why? Simply because the information isn't there. We love going to the mall, but that whole discovery part, it's broken.
So, what's the solution? Well, the proposal we're looking at introduces this beautifully simple idea, a search bar for malls. The project is called Dekat, and it's designed to give our physical stores the same power of discovery we completely take for granted online.
So what is Dekat exactly? Well, think of it as a system that turns the entire mall into a searchable database. You can look up any product, any brand, and it just tells you which store has it. And here's the best part, there's no app to download, no annoying logins. It's all about being super accessible and easy to use.
For the shopper, the whole thing couldn't be simpler. It all starts with something we already do like a dozen times a day, scanning a QR code. You'd see these placed all around the mall, so that search power is always right there when you need it. After you scan, you just get a clean, simple search bar. You just type what you're looking for. Running shoes, iPhone charger, whatever. It's as easy and familiar as using Google. And boom, just like that, the system shows you exactly what shops have your item and even points you in the right direction. That whole problem of being lost and frustrated, gone, solved in seconds. And that frustration turns into a sale and a happy customer.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Google is for the entire internet. Dekat is for the community you are physically standing in. It answers that one super local, super immediate question that the big search engines just can't. What's available for me right here, right now?
Now, you might be thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but is this just some new experiment? Not at all. This whole idea is actually part of a massive global trend. So this isn't about taking a risk. It's about catching up to where the rest of the world is already headed.
I mean, look at the biggest names in the mall business. Simon Property Group in the US, Klépierre and Westfield all over Europe, Mitsui in Japan. They're all doing this already. They know that digital discovery inside physical spaces isn't a nice to have anymore. It's essential.
And we're talking huge numbers here. Simon Search, in the US alone, gets over 1 million searches every single month. This shows it's not some gimmick for techies. It's a mainstream tool that millions of everyday shoppers are using to make their trips to the mall better.
And hey, this isn't just happening somewhere else. It's already taking root right here in Malaysia. A huge player like Wanutama is already building this bridge with their one-shop platform. They can see which way the wind is blowing. The local market is absolutely ready for this.
Okay, so the idea is proven around the world, and it's even started here at home. But the really important question, especially for a company like Press, is why Dekat? And maybe more importantly, why is this the perfect moment to make a move?
Well, the timing couldn't be better. First, 92% of us are already using QR codes all the time. Second, the vast majority of Malaysians want to shop local, close to home. And third, the government is pouring money into helping small businesses go digital. The tech, the consumer behavior, and the policy, they're all pointing in the same direction.
Now, it's also smart to learn from the past. Pretz's previous project, Bazaar Local, was a great idea to help tenants sell online. The only problem was, it put them in a head-to-head fight with giants like Shopee and Lazada. Dekat is different. It's not about competing with e-commerce, it's about making the in-person experience better.
This chart just lays it all out nice and clear. Bazaar Local was about online sales, competing with Shopee. Dekat is about in-mall discovery, competing with just wandering around hoping for the best. And here's the key. Instead of potentially pulling people away from the mall, Dekat is designed specifically to pull them in and keep them there. And this really gets to the heart of it all. This is the emotional core of the whole proposal. You know, back in the day, being a landlord was just about providing 4 walls and a roof. But that's not enough anymore. Today, your tenants, your merchants,
They need visibility.
And that mission, empowering local businesses, is already part of Prez's DNA, from its PKNS heritage. Dekat is a tool that perfectly extends that mission into today's world. And it's not some slick solution from Silicon Valley. It's built right here by a Selangor native, for Selangor. It's a perfect fit.
So what's the next step? The vision is simple, but it's powerful: to create the very first smart community mall. And the way to get there is actually pretty straightforward. Look, the ask isn't some massive, expensive, risky overhaul. It's simple: a collaborative pilot program at just one mall. It's about taking a smart, measured first step to test the waters and really lead the way on innovation. And the goals for this pilot are crystal clear. 1, see if shoppers actually use it and love it. 2, get amazing data on what people are really looking for in that specific mall. 3, show everyone that you're an innovator. And 4, build a roadmap to scale this out to every other mall.
Because really, the vision is so much bigger than just one mall. The ultimate goal is to give every physical shop, from the big malls to the night markets to that little boutique down the street, the same chance to be discovered as an online store. It's about protecting what makes our local communities special.
So let's just end with that question. What if finding that perfect thing from a local business was as easy as typing into a search bar? What would that do for our communities, for our small business owners, and for the future of the mall itself? That is the incredible possibility that this proposal opens up.